Picture this. Your alarm goes off. That time you set to start your day has arrived. Your bed is warm, your body is tired, and every cell in your being wants just 5 more minutes. In that moment, you face the same choice that shapes every decision in your life. Will you let your circumstances control you, or will you follow through on what you'd planned, whatever your circumstances? Hey there, it's me, Core, and you're listening to Exercising Self-Control from Fitness to Flourishing. Today, I'm going to share with you a simple framework you can use to live your highest values and realize your most important goals. And it starts with a trip to the grocery store. Let me tell you about 2 different shopping trips that perfectly illustrate how most of us live our lives. Imagine walking into a grocery store hungry, tired, and without a list. You wander the aisles, grabbing whatever catches your eye. The smell from the bakery pulls you toward the donuts. The colorful cereal boxes practically jump into your cart. By the time you get home, you've spent too much money on things you don't need, and you forgot the milk you actually went to the store to get. This is how most people make life decisions. Reactive, impulsive, driven by whatever feelings or circumstances show up in the moment. Now, imagine a different trip. You've got a clear list based on the healthy meals you planned for the week. You've eaten before you left, so you're not shopping with your stomach. When you pass the bakery, you might notice the smell, but you keep walking because donuts aren't on your list. You move through the store with intention, getting exactly what you need to support the life you're building. This is what happens when you make choices from purpose and values rather than momentary feelings. Here's what took me years to figure out. You need 2 things to shop well in the grocery store of life. First, your purpose. But let's keep this practical. I'm not talking about your cosmic reason for existence. I'm talking about 2 simple things. Who you want to be as a person, the life circumstances you want to experience. Think of it like this. The person you want to be is your character. Things like being kind, disciplined, creative, organized, productive. These are up to you. You can choose to be kind. You can choose to be productive. The circumstances you want to experience are different. Things like a specific career, a certain relationship, a specific level of income. These require action and aren't simply a matter of choice. Second, your values. Here's where I came up with an alternative for myself that helped me actually live my values. Values felt abstract, like words on a motivational poster. So I made a simple switch. Instead of asking, what are my values? I asked, if I was operating with excellence, what would I be doing? How would I act? If you value health, excellence might look like working out every day. If you value being a good friend, excellence might mean putting your phone away when you're talking to your friend over lunch. Values have now become behaviors that provide evidence to yourself you're living your values, not just holding an abstract concept in mind. Now here's the game changer. Instead of making overwhelming lifetime commitments, commit to your purpose and your values for just 12 weeks. Why? Because 12 weeks is doable. It's long enough to see results, but short enough that it doesn't feel like a life sentence. After 12 weeks, take a week to evaluate. What worked? What didn't? What do you want to adjust? This gives you 4 life experiments per year instead of one long slog that you'll probably abandon by February. Here's how to make this work in real life. In the morning, review your purpose and your values. Takes 2 minutes. I keep mine in a mind map on my computer. You can write this out by hand or have a note app on your phone. Simple, clear language is key. Throughout the day, when you face a choice, from getting out of bed to handling a difficult conversation, ask yourself, how can I operate with excellence here? What's my standard for this circumstance? If you've already got a standard, it'll be clear what to do. If it's a new circumstance, you'll do your best and evaluate in the evening, which is next. In the evening, perform a check-in. You'll ask and answer 3 questions. 1, how did I operate with excellence today? 2, in what circumstances that I encountered today do I want to focus on better operating with excellence? And 3, what will I do differently next time? No judgment, just awareness. So tomorrow morning, when that alarm goes off and your bed feels like the most comfortable place on earth, you'll have something those grocery store shoppers with lists have: a clear purpose and values you can put into action. The tired feeling? That's just the smell from the bakery. It's real, but it doesn't control your choices. You do. When you know who you want to be and what excellence looks like for you, getting out of bed isn't about fighting your feelings. It's about honoring your commitments to yourself. It's about choosing in favor of the life you want over the comfort of the moment. Every choice is training. Every moment you choose excellence over ease, purpose over circumstance, you're not just getting out of bed, you're practicing a skill. With every choice to be consistent with your purpose, to live your highest values, you're becoming more skilled in those circumstances. You're also making the world a better place. When one person lives with this kind of intentional excellence, it ripples out. When you exercise virtuous self-control, it makes any circumstance better, not only for yourself, but for anyone within those same circumstances. You also inspire others. Living your purpose gives them an example of how they can live theirs. Tomorrow, the final installment of this 4-part series, we'll look at 2 practical tools to tie this all together into a system you can use every single day. But for today, here's 2 things you can ponder. 1, if you were shopping for your life with a clear list, what would be on that list? And 2, what would excellence look like in just one area of your life, perhaps your health and fitness, if you were to commit to that for the next 12 weeks? Write down your answers and consider what it would take to make that commitment. Until then, remember, you're not just getting out of bed. You're taking advantage of the first opportunity of the day to exercise virtuous self-control and choose who you're becoming. That's it for today. Catch you next time.